Hi, friends. Welcome to Pick Me Up Daily. I'm Amy Martin, and this is my husband, Zach.
Hello.
And we realized that we kind of jumped into this podcast. We were obviously very excited to start it, and we didn't really tell you about ourselves. So I'm going to just tell you who we are. So I'm Amy, and like I said, this is my husband, Zach. We've been married for 12 years, and we have 4 kids and 1 dog, and we own Pick Me Up Drinks. So Pick Me Up is a custom drink stop in Idaho and Utah, and our motto is come for the soda, stay for the vibes. And so the entire goal of Pick Me Up is to bring sunshine into everybody's day, one drink at a time. And we thought, what better way to spread that same happiness than to do a podcast where we bring you just like a quick positive story and bring it right to you, because we think that focusing on the good stuff will help you see it all around you in your daily life.
Exactly.
And so that's just like a little bit of the why we're here. So welcome. We're so excited to be here today. Zach, you get to tell us 2 things that you're grateful for today.
2 things that I'm thankful for today. The first has to be my in-laws, Darren and Melissa. Absolutely love them. They're always there for my kids, and they're always there supporting us. And I'm going to say the second one is just kind of our tribe, our corporate team that we have at Pick Me Up, and all of our friends and family that support us and our family. I just absolutely am thankful for and appreciate them.
Heck yeah. I also agree with all of those, just so Zach doesn't get all the brownie points. But I do think we have the best people.
We do.
Okay, so today I'm just going to tell you about the Dad How Do I YouTube
I
channel.
love that guy.
Okay, so this is something I've heard about him before, but I hadn't really dived into like who he is or what he's about until today. So I'm going to tell you about him. So the mastermind behind Dad How Do I is Rob Kenney, and he's from Washington. And he had a fairly traumatic childhood.
Really?
Yes. So he is the 7th of 8 siblings. And around the age of 13, his parents got divorced, and his dad got custody of the children that were still minors. And his mother was declared unfit to parent, which is a bummer. She was going through like a lot of anxiety and depression and just really couldn't take care of anybody but herself.
Which means even up to 13 was probably a bit rough.
It was probably pretty rough. So his dad got custody. Well, his dad met another woman, and on the weekends, his dad would come home. He would load up the kids with groceries, and then he would leave for the week and just let them fend for themselves. So
he only spent the weekends?
Yeah, so he'd come back, make sure they have food, and then he would peace out again.
Wow.
So not great. It's not ideal. So after a year of this situation with his dad sat the kids down and said he was done parenting.
So he's 14 at this point?
Yes, at 14 years old, his dad said, I'm out. So he moved into his brother's trailer. His brother had just gotten married. He was 23 years old at the time. So he moved into this 280 square foot trailer with his brother and his brother's new bride. And so this is how his childhood went. And so obviously there was a lot of like anger and sadness there that, because of this relationship with his father.
Betrayal, neglect.
Yeah, there was a lot there. There was a lot. Poor Rob Kenney.
Unappreciated, yeah.
And so he made a vow to himself that he would never cause his children this kind of pain. And he stayed good to that promise. So as an adult now, in his, I believe, 50s, Rob Kenney is a dad to 2 adult children, and he has a good relationship with them still. And so once his kids were raised and out of the house, he felt like he had more to give. And so we're going to fast forward to the pandemic. In April of 2020, his daughter requested that he make a YouTube video. And she had a very like general request. It was like, will you make a video of you like changing a tire or something? I feel like I need, some normalcy in her life at that time period.
Craving some more.
Like he was clearly a good dad to his kids because they were still learning from him and, wanted to stay in contact with him through the quarantine and everything. And so April 2020, this is when his first video comes out. And his first video on YouTube is just called Dad, How Do I Tie a Tie? And it is one of his highest viewed videos to this day, sitting at 1.9 million views right now.
For tying a tie?
Yep. So
there's obviously a demand.
Exactly. Okay. So there was a huge demand for this. I don't think he realized it. And he didn't. He even said he expected 30 or 40 people maybe to find these videos on YouTube. So it started with tying a tie. And now he has a ton of different videos. He has 4.27 million subscribers as of today. I checked that number. And his most viewed videos, I'm just going to give you kind of a quick breakdown. How to tie a tie, like I said, how to shave your face, how to fix a running toilet, unclog a bathtub, change a tire, jumpstart a car. But my personal favorite on his most viewed playlist is I'm Proud of You. And I think you heard me listening to that one today.
Yeah. Is that the one that read the quote from?
Yes, The Man in the Arena, which is one of my favorite quotes.
That's one of mine too.
So he's just making these videos. Rob Kenney is just making these videos, and he's approaching it as if he is teaching his own children how to do these things. Even though he may have already taught his adult children, each of these things, he's now using this as a tool for other people to learn, which is amazing. And I think it's so cute because he starts each video with, "Hey kids." And I just think that's precious because he really is like healing trauma in people just by saying, "Hey kids."
And himself.
And himself. Yes. It's good for everybody. And he also has a dad joke in every single one of them.
And they're pretty bad. I'm not going to lie to you.
They are.
They're not.
They're bad dad jokes.
They're definitely dad jokes.
But I'm going to say that his comment section on each video is arguably part of the lesson that he's teaching in each video. Because you see how people are reacting to these. You hear them sharing struggles that they have or saying, "I'm so glad I found this because," and sharing their own stories.
Well, that's awesome.
It is. It's very, very sweet. And in the USA Today interview that I read through, Rob said, "I've had someone say that I'm your 70-year-old child as I get people who are considerably older than me say that they watch me because they miss their dads."
Oh,
I know. It's so sweet. So he really is. It's for everybody, whether you need, to truly know one of these skills or whether you just need kind of an uplifting person to watch. Like Rob Kenney is it.
Well, and I'm guessing that, I think you said his daughter that asked for the first video. Mm-hmm. I'm sure she knew how to change a tire already. He
probably has already taught her. You're correct.
So she was just feeling just like his older viewers.
Exactly.
She just missed her dad.
The nostalgia of dad. And some people don't have dads, and this is filling that gap for them, which is just, I think, so incredible. Okay, so I'm going to give you kind of an update on what he's doing now. So that was, this all started in April of 2020, which really wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
So now he has written a book, and the title is his signature phrase, "Dad, How Do I?" And it's just a book full of dad advice and how to do things, which is incredible. He started doing shorts on his YouTube, so he tries to keep them under 2 minutes each, but it's stuff that's as easy as like, which sheetrock do I pick for what job? And he'll do a quick video that explains it.
What was his career?
So he's actually from sales, is his background.
He really seems
he's not a handyman.
He's probably researching all this stuff and then bringing his findings out.
Absolutely. I think he himself is learning a lot of skills just so that he can then turn around and teach them in a kind and fatherly way.
Yeah. Well, and a lot of people that we know that, didn't have their father figure close by and they had to figure things out for themselves. They really are a jack of all trades. They
Some
know
of the
more
smartest
than all
people
the rest
we know.
of us.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And so one of the other ones that he has a playlist is called Dad Chats. And that talks about some hard topics in life, like integrity or money, like how to deal with your money, things like that. But he does it in such a calm and non-judgmental way. It really makes you feel like you're sitting down with somebody that loves you and, they're explaining things
While
to
you
you.
were preparing for this one, I heard the integrity one specifically, and it was just, he has a very calming presence, even though it's digital. It's not like he's actually sitting there. The feeling is like he's there and he actually cares about you, which is awesome.
Yeah. So it's just, I think it's important. I think the work that he's doing is important because there are so many people out there that don't have somebody that has taken them by the hand and taught them these things. And he's filling that gap for so many people. So I'm just going to end it with my favorite quote from Rob, which is, "I wasn't trying to do anything profound. It's been pretty humbling trying to pour some kindness into the world."
That's a wonderful.
This
was the exact right fit for this episode. Well done.
I know. So I'm going to tell you guys all right now, just go look up Dad, How Do I on YouTube. You're going to learn something. You might cry a little. I teared up a few times. But yeah, huge shout out to Rob Kenney, who's just fixing people.
Yeah, good job, Rob. We're proud of you. We're also going to leave this episode with our sponsor, which is Pick Me Up Drinks, your favorite place to go get a drink or a snack, some popcorn, cookie. Have a great day, guys.